We now know that there are two key elections happening in Gujarat and Himachal Pradesh. But there is another important one happening in the national capital. The election for the Municipal Corporation of Delhi, commonly known as the MCD polls, will be up soon. There are 250 wards up for grabs, and it is expected to be a tight contest between the Aam Aadmi Party and the BJP. Now, the poll schedules are out. 4th of December is when Delhi will be voting for its municipality, and the results will be out on 7th. And you know what they say about poll season, it's also the season of promises. So earlier today, the BJP released its manifesto with some pretty ambitious targets. Let me quickly take you through them. Number one is housing for all slum dwellers. Last month, if you remember, Prime Minister Narendra Modi has already inaugurated more than 3,000 flats for the EWS category or for the economically weaker sections. Think of it as housing for poor. BJP is promising to build on that projects. Now, another promise is proper garbage disposal. It has always been a key issue in this extremely congested city. In fact, there have been some high decibel photo ops as well in the last few days between the Aam Aadmi Party and the BJP. Finally, the manifesto also talks about improving civic amenities and checking corruption in government offices. Now, interestingly, Arvind Kejriwal, the Chief Minister of Delhi, was expected to announce his Kejriwal ke 10 promise and 10 guarantees today. It didn't happen. We are now being told that it is going to be happening tomorrow. Let's quickly listen in first from Manoj Tiwari.
15 की गारंटी में वो कहते हैं हम पब्लिक ट्रांसपोर्टेशन के सिस्टम को 11,000 बसों से और 500 किलोमीटर मेट्रो के स्टेज से लास्ट माइल कनेक्टिविटी देंगे। अब बड़ी सीधे ढंग से समझा जा सकता है कि आज 11,000 बसें कहाँ हैं, उनकी गारंटी किस कागज पे लिखी हुई थी, वो कागज गल गया कि वो कहने वाली जीभ गल गई। ये सब हमारे दिल्ली के लोगों का एक प्रश्न है।
दिल्ली में जिस तरह से हमने इनकी कमियां निकाली हैं और दिल्ली की इनकी जो फेल्योर है, जो शराब स्कैम है, हर गली मोहल्ले में इन्होंने शराब के ठेके खोल दिए थे। दिल्ली के अंदर इन्होंने गंदा पानी आ रहा है, सीवर व्यवस्था ठीक नहीं है, झुग्गी वासियों को किया वादा इन्होंने निभाया नहीं, यमुना का पानी स्वच्छ नहीं किया। वो सारी बातें हम जनता के बीच ले जा रहे हैं, नाकामियां।
तो हम बड़ा इंतजार कर रहे थे कि 15 साल से भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सरकार है, वो बात रखेंगे कि उन्होंने एमसीडी में क्या काम किए, वो ये बात रखेंगे कि उनकी जो मुख्य जिम्मेदारी है दिल्ली की सफाई, उन्होंने उसके लिए क्या किया, वो ये बात रखेंगे कि जो दिल्ली को 3 कूड़े के पहाड़ उन्होंने दिए हैं, उनका निपटारा करने के लिए उन्होंने क्या किया। लेकिन भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने इनमें से कोई भी बात नहीं रखी।
Okay, so the BJP has already put out its manifesto. They are calling it the Sankalp Patra. Now, Mr. Arvind Kejriwal is going to be putting in Kejriwal ki 10 guarantees. It was supposed to happen today. For some reason, it didn't happen today. It will now be happening tomorrow. Karan Verma is an author. He's joining us on the broadcast. He'll be speaking on behalf of the BJP. Mudit Aggarwal is a spokesperson of the Congress Party, joining us on the broadcast. And Parvinder Singh Sethi is a political analyst, someone who will be speaking on behalf of the Aam Aadmi Party. Parvinder Singh Sethi जी, सबसे पहले सवाल आप पे है, क्योंकि आम आदमी पार्टी ने काफी क्रिटिसाइज किया है आज जो बीजेपी का संकल्प पत्र आया है. हेल्प मी अंडरस्टैंड व्हाई यू बीइंग क्रिटिकल ऑफ इट.
देखिए, 15 साल से भारतीय जनता पार्टी एमसीडी में है. एमसीडी करप्शन का एक इतना बड़ा केंद्र बना हुआ है जो आम आदमी को परेशान करने के लिए, उनको ब्लैकमेल करने के लिए, उनके कामों को रोकने के लिए, और जो उनके काम है, आप देखिए, आप दिल्ली में 3 कूड़े की पहाड़ियां हैं आज तक ये कूड़े के पहाड़ को खत्म नहीं कर पाए। और जो एमसीडी एक आम आदमी को तंग परेशान करती है, उनको ब्लैकमेल करती है, और जो इनके एमसीडी के कॉरपोरेटर हैं वो पैसा इकट्ठा करते हैं। उनका काम है कि जो लोग साइकिल पे घूमते थे आज वो बड़ी बड़ी गाड़ियों में घूमते हैं। और इस करप्शन को खत्म करने के लिए आम आदमी पार्टी ने बीड़ा उठाया है। जैसे विधानसभा के अंदर आम आदमी पार्टी ने एक स्वच्छ सरकार लाने का संकल्प लिया था और मुद्दों की राजनीति करने की बात करी थी, क्योंकि भारतीय जनता पार्टी जात के नाम पे, प्रांत के नाम पे, हिंदू मुसलमान के नाम पे और भारत पाकिस्तान के नाम पे सिर्फ राजनीति करती है, लेकिन पूरे संसार के अंदर। जी मैं कह रहा हूं,
तब आप मुद्दे पे आइए। आपने कहा आम आदमी पार्टी मुद्दे की राजनीति करती है, सो आई वांट यू टू कम बैक टू द मुद्दे. I am asking you, the BJP has put out its Sankalp Patra. The top headline today from that Sankalp Patra is that they are promising free housing to the poor. They are promising homes where jhuggis stood. That's a good thing. You should appreciate them and say, wow, ye to bada acha kaam kiya. Why are you criticizing them instead?
नहीं, आप एक बात देखिए, जो दिल्ली के अंदर झुग्गियां बसी हुई हैं उनमें से बहुत सारी झुग्गी तो बीजेपी के नेताओं ने खरीदी है। गरीब आदमी को तो मिलता है, वो उसकी पर्ची खरीद लेते हैं गरीब आदमी से 5,000 10,000 रुपए की, उसका फ्लैट मिलता है, उस फ्लैट को बेच देते हैं। जो बहुत गरीब आदमी है वो वहां पे अपना फ्लैट लेता है, उसको किराए पे देता है, फिर दूसरी जगह झुग्गी डाल लेता है। इस सिस्टम को बदलने के लिए उनको प्रॉपर घर देने के साथ साथ उनको प्रॉपर रोजगार देने की भी आवश्यकता है। जो गरीब आदमी है वो गरीब आदमी गरीबी रेखा से कैसे निकलेगा? पूरे संसार के अंदर गरीबी रेखा से निकलने का एक ही रास्ता है, वो है एजुकेशन, जिसके ऊपर आम आदमी पार्टी ने पूरा एजुकेशन का एक मॉडल बनाया है जो दिल्ली के अंदर, उसकी पूरे संसार के अंदर एक चर्चा है और उसकी अप्रिसिएशन है। यूएस के प्रेसिडेंट की वाइफ आती है, वो कहते हैं मैं दिल्ली के स्कूल देखना चाहती हूं, एक रिक्शे वाले का लड़का भी इंजीनियर डॉक्टर बन सकता है।
बट योर ओन परविंदर, नहीं वो तो बने, बहुत अच्छी बात है सेठी जी, एजुकेशन के बारे में बात ही नहीं कर रही हूँ अभी, मैं तो स्पेसिफिक प्रॉमिस की बात कर रही हूँ जो आप बीजेपी के संकल्प पत्र पे आया। मैं आपसे ये बोल रही हूँ, आप कह रहे हैं कि ये प्रॉमिस जो है ये कैसी प्रॉमिस है, ठीक प्रॉमिस नहीं है, सारे झुग्गी झोपड़ी जो हैं ये तो एक्चुअली बीजेपी के नेताओं के घर है। अरे भाई, आपकी पार्टी ने भी तो 78,000 स्लम ड्वेलर्स को फ्री हाउसिंग का प्रॉमिस किया है, तो किस बेसिस पे किया है? आप कह रहे हैं कि आम आदमी पार्टी जो है बीजेपी के नेताओं को जो झुग्गी में रहते हैं घर बना के देगी, ये कैसी बात हुई? करण वर्मा, कम इन हियर, आई वांट टू हेल्प अंडरस्टैंड फ्रॉम यू। नहीं एक मिनट, करण वर्मा, आई वांट टू कम टू यू हियर। सेठी जी एक मिनट रुक जाइए। करण वर्मा, आई वांट टू कम टू यू हियर।
जी।
There are many things that have been promised in the BJP Sankalp Patra. And this was to be, of course, expected. After all, if there is election season, then there will be promises galore. True. Often it happens that these are sweet nothings. It doesn't end up in any sort of commitment. For example, housing for poor or, slum dwellers getting pakka houses is a promise that has been made for the last 15-20 years. Now, for the first time, I think the Prime Minister has actually given 3,000 houses to these slum 3,000 houses. There is already a scheme in place. Yeah, 3,000 plus, 3,024 houses. There is already a scheme in place. It's called the In Situ Slum Redevelopment Rehabilitation Project. It is a project that is already underway. So what is the point of the BJP actually announcing a promise based on a project that already exists, and the Congress says कि ये तो हमारे time पे शुरू हुआ था?
Look, Shreya, it is all about delivery. Promises, schemes might have existed, but here is a BJP government which has actually delivered on its promises. Just a few days back, as you rightly mentioned, around 3,000 houses were given to slum dwellers in the Govindpuri Kalkaji region. And let me just talk about what BJP has done. I mean, there are a lot of questions. What has BJP done in the MCD in the last 15 years? Let me now draw your attention to some hard facts that many people don't know. It gets lost in this Delhi government versus MCD versus center. So let me bring your attention to this. Around 15,000 parks are running today in Delhi, all maintained by the MCD. Now they are being hailed by citizens all across. Today, Delhi parks are in amazing condition. They've done a lot to keep Delhi healthy and clean and green. So number one, that is maintained by MCD. Secondly, you'll be surprised, more than 350 Jan Aushadhi Kendra are running where cheap medicine, as an economically cheap medicine, is available for the poor. And they are in good condition. 123 dispensaries which worked round the clock during COVID time, they are running in good condition. So the fact is, BJP has delivered. Unfortunately, in this mad tussle between MCD and Delhi government has done a great disservice by holding the funds that were allotted for MCD. You must understand here, and these are facts. Whataboutery can't work here. The center has to transfer the funds to the Delhi state government, which in turn transfers to the MCD. They held back the funds even during crucial COVID times. And there are reports for it. Only if hard facts are brought to the people, they realize that actually the Delhi government has done nothing but whataboutery. They talk about their education model. 1,027 government schools, 745 do not have a principal. Can you imagine? 2/3 of those colleges do not teach science. Now, these are facts coming out from RTI replies. So, which education model are they talking about? Let them challenge BJP on their governance model. They've actually done a lot. Do you know there are 3 waste to wonder parks here in Delhi, where waste is today being utilized for something useful, as in a wonder park or for coal or for electricity projects. That is already happening. And 8 times Gautam Gambhir, the MP, wanted Arvind Kejriwal and his team to visit those so-called Kude Ka Pahad so that it can be brought down. It cannot happen in isolation. The state government has to coordinate with MCD, which they have not done. And there's ample evidence to show that today.
Okay. परविंदर सिंह सेठी जी, आप जवाब देना चाहेंगे टू करण वर्मा? इसने देखो एमसीडी ने तो बहुत काम किया, बड़े पार्क बनाए हैं, और ये जो कूड़े, हाँ, और ये जो कूड़े के पहाड़ हैं, ये हम अकेले नहीं साफ कर सकते हैं। जब तक आम आदमी पार्टी खर्च नहीं करेगा पैसे, हमको पैसे नहीं देगा हमारे, हम कैसे करेंगे सफाई? ये तो अच्छी फुटबॉल चल रही है फिर बिटवीन,
इन्होंने एक्सेप्ट कर लिया ना, आम आदमी के बिना ये कुछ नहीं कर सकते।
आप करिए।
करण जी ने एक बात कही, नहीं, करण जी ने बहुत बढ़िया बात करी कि दिल्ली के अंदर जो भी इन्होंने फिगर दी कि पार्क्स मेंटेन करे गए हैं, जो भी सरकार या जो भी एमसीडी में आता है, प्रोग्रेस इज ए ऑनगोइंग प्रोसेस, उनका काम है काम करना। लेकिन आप मेरे साथ सुबह चलिए सारे पार्कों में, जितने पार्क हैं मैडम, उन सुन लीजिए सर, सुन लीजिए, पार्क बढ़िया बनाया आपने, जो आपने बढ़िया करी है, मैं अप्रिशिएट करता हूं। उन सब पार्कों के बाहर कूड़ेदान है, और कूड़ेदान पूरे पार्क जितना कूड़ेदान है उससे 10 गुना ज्यादा कूड़ा बाहर बैठा हुआ है। जो आदमी पार्क में जाता है मुंह में रुमाल बांध के या मास्क पहन के जाता है, उसको फ्रेश एयर कहां से मिलेगी? उसको तो वहां से गंदगी मिल रही है, बीमारी मिल रही है, डेंगू मिल रहा है, मलेरिया मिल रहा है, उसको कौन साफ करेगा? एमसीडी का काम है ना कूड़ा साफ करना। आप मेरे साथ चलिए, जितने पार्क है दिल्ली के अंदर, सब पार्क के बाहर कूड़ेदान बना हुआ है। आप इसको चेक कर लीजिए, शायद आपने चेक नहीं करा होगा, मैं इसको बड़ी अच्छी तरह स्टडी कर रहा हूं, और जब भी मैं पार्क जाता हूं तो मेरा मन इतना परेशान होता है कि पैदल तो वहां से जा ही नहीं सकता। जी जी बोलिए।
इन्होंने एक बात कही परविंदर जी ने अभी, डेंगू और मलेरिया और चिकनगुनिया फैल रहा है इसकी। आपको एक और मैं आंकड़ा दे दूं, 25 लाख घरों में 6000 एमसीडी के कर्मचारियों ने जाकर दवाई का छिड़काव किया। They have sprayed medicines in every lane and 25 lakh homes. And Arvind Kejriwal gives an ad, 10 minute, 10 hafte, whatever ad he gives. So that is the difference. I'm just pointing out. Actually, the work is done by MCD to eradicate or bring down the cases of dengue and chikungunya, and how they've shamelessly promoted when they've done nothing for it. पार्क के बाहर के कूड़ा सर, दैट इज डिबेटेबल। मेरे घर के बाहर जो पार्क है उसमें तो नहीं है कूड़ा। आप कह रहे हो सकता है आप सही कह रहे हो, मैं आपकी इज्जत कर रहा हूं बात की। दैट इज एन ऑनगोइंग प्रोसेस एज यू राइटली पुट। But again, as far as dengue, chikungunya, all done by MCD. 6,000 workers have worked tirelessly, but they've not got the due. They've not got the promotion. Many a times they've not been paid the salary by the Delhi government. They've still continued their efforts, and they've completed 25 lakh homes. Go and check these facts and figures. Delhi government has done nothing for it. They've left Delhi in a gas chamber today. They could not even spend the environment cess. Shreya, can you believe it? They've 1,300 crores for environment cess. Yeah. Only 200 crores has been spent on that. 1,100 plus crores lies vacant. They've done nothing. In fact, Arvind Kejriwal in 2019 thanked the Modi government that they've made eastern-western peripheral expressways that is going to bring down vehicular pollution by 20%. Thank you, Mr. Modi. That is what Arvind Kejriwal said in September 2019. And look what he's done. He's not even spent the 1,300 crores that he used to collect from vehicles coming into Delhi. He's not spent that. He's sitting in Gujarat while Delhi is breathing the kind of air it's breathing. Today, AAP is exposed. They have nothing to say today. Absolutely nothing but whataboutery.
No, you know, let's see. As I said, Mr. Kejriwal was supposed to give his 10 guarantees today. That has not happened. So we can only compare the BJP's Sankalp Patra with Mr. Kejriwal's guarantees when those guarantees come out at a press conference at about 11 o'clock or so tomorrow. But I do believe that there will be a promise of 78,000 houses for slum dwellers. Mudit Aggarwal is spokesperson of the Congress Party. He is joining us on the broadcast as well. Mudit Aggarwal ji, you know, बात बीजेपी की हो रही है, बात आम आदमी की पार्टी की हो रही है, बात कांग्रेस की क्यों नहीं हो रही? Is the Congress not in the game this time in the MCD election?
It's very so you are talking about the Congress is not in the game, but if you look at your panel, there is neither a representative from our party nor there is a representative from BJP. In fact, it's so sad for, you know, what is happening these days. You have so-called political analysts and authors come and then they take sides of a particular party. So at least they should have decency to write below supported by our party or supported by BJP. Because you see, this is one way that you really mislead the people, because people actually think they are independent, but they are not. That's number one, a very important point that I made. Secondly, look at what is happening in Delhi. If you look at BJP and our party, I mean, it's a perfect example. They are exposing each other. They are actually telling people of Delhi that both of them haven't worked. And both of them are right. Neither has BJP served people of Delhi, nor have our party served people of Delhi. You see, I'll tell you what their model is for both BJP and Kejriwal. It is corruption plus propaganda. You know, Shreya, you were just talking about photo app. It's only about photo apps. Let's talk about Mr. Modi. He went and inaugurated those 3,000 houses. Do you know when these houses, the inaugural function of this was held? In 2013, when Sheila ji started this. It was supposed to have finished in 2016. But it did not. It took 7 more years. What had to finish in 2016 actually got completed this year, in which also the flat conditions is very bad. So what had to cost 200 crores actually cost them 364 crores. And you know what? By 2019, under this scheme for providing affordable housing for poor, 8,000 houses had to be made by 2019. If BJP think this is achievement, I mean, I'm sorry, they should be ashamed of themselves. As far as Kejriwal ji is concerned, name me one promise that he has kept. Pollution, you know what is happening in Delhi. Now he does not talk about Parali and stubble burning in Punjab. Traffic is a mess. There's no upgraded transport infrastructure. Metro phases are running late. No increase in sewage treatment plant capacity. There's not a new sewage treatment plant which has been, built by Kejriwal ji in Delhi in last 8 years. Water connections are almost the same. Hospital beds, no new hospital bed has been built in last 8 years. Education, he talks about education. Shreya, I'll give you one data and this will just expose his education, whatever propaganda he's doing. You know, in 7 years back, during Congress government, around 8 years back, we had 16 lakh students studying in Delhi's government school. Okay. You know what the number is right now? Only 16 lakh 25,000, whereas population of Delhi has increased several folds. This is what is happening in Delhi, both by BJP and our party. And yes,
so you are making all good points.
Each other. And people of Delhi, no, tell me the
Mr. Aggarwal, people of Delhi, you are right. They are both exposing each other, and we understand what you're saying. I hope they are. But what Delhi is also very carefully looking at is, as I said, you're making all good points here. But why don't we A, see or hear enough from Congress netas, and B, why does the Congress need to shoot itself in the foot right ahead of an MCD election? For example, for the MCD polls, you have appointed Mr. Jagdish Titler as the election committee member. So that's the only thing that is making news from the Congress camp. Negative headline.
See, I think, so I'll tell you something. Media has a huge responsibility to play in that. You know, when Kejriwal ji and BJP spends a money in advertisements. 600 crores Kejriwal ji spends on media advertisements. Somewhere that puts pressure on media not to report the facts. So somewhere media has to introspect and really be with the people of Delhi. Don't be with our party. Don't be with BJP. Don't be with Congress.
I'm asking
At least
you.
be with the people. So I'm giving you my reason. You see, media space is not given to Congress because somewhere the ad budgets influences a lot. Make no mistake, Kejriwal ji influences media, so does BJP. Mr. Modi. Can anyone deny it? Put your hand on your heart and tell me what I'm saying is wrong. Shreya, anything which I've told you in the last 5 minutes, tell me what is wrong. Both of them are influencing media by
Now
ad
I am
revenue.
asking you. Now,
please, this is the fact.
Now, okay,
So kindly give
but answer my
space to
question also, na?
people's issues. I've answered all your questions.
Okay, I am giving space to people's issues. I've given you space for people's issues. I've spoken about housing.
But do it every day.
I've
Do it
spoken about the mounds
24/7.
of garbage in Delhi. But the fact is that if the Congress party decides to shoot itself in the foot, and appoint Mr. Titler in the election committee of the MCD, of course that is what is going to make headlines.
All I'm requesting the media to do is kindly look into people's issues and kindly raise those issues 24/7. When did the last time you had a debate on garbage issues in Delhi or even Kejriwal's education policy? I haven't seen a single debate in last 8 years about serious debate about health. BJP and our party has
almost every third day, many people accuse us of
last 10
doing too many garbage debates.
No, I don't see the debate. I don't see a proper debate either on education or hospital or whatever work is done by Kejriwal. I haven't seen one in 8 years, number one. Number 2 point, which is very, very important. You see, as I again said, media has a huge responsibility. Kindly don't be loyal to the governments, be loyal to people of India. Is the message for the media. And kindly, please look at these issues, because if media does not focus on these issues, people of Delhi will suffer. You have a huge responsibility, Shreya, and the whole media. I'm not singling you out, nor am I talking anything about you.
Mudit
Mirror now is one of the better channels.
I understand
but you know what is happening in media today. Kindly raise those issues and you will see a change. You want to see a change in India?
Mr. Aggarwal, see,
and put governments
did I stop you or interrupt you anywhere? You have made the point you wanted to make, and I've let you make that point, right? You were not being, you weren't exactly being complimentary, but it's fair. You have a point to make. You have a point of view, and you have every right to express that point of view. But you have still not. But you are.
Thank you.
No. But here's the thing: you have not answered my question. मीडिया के बारे में आपने बहुत बोल दिया, लेकिन आपने सवाल का जवाब नहीं दिया.
I've answered all the questions. Which question have I not answered?
What is Mr. Titler doing on the election committee? No,
I'm asking you a question. What you're going to do is, I'll give you. Yeah, I'm telling you. You see, all you're going to do is you're going to talk about issues, and you're not actually going to talk about Delhi issues. So I would request you not to go into the sidestep the issue and talk about how people of Delhi have suffered over the last 8 years. This is what you should be asking these two governments. Why are you not sitting together for the benefit of people of Delhi? Why don't you do that? Those are the issues.
Okay, so you have chosen not to.
Very important.
Listen, Mr. Aggarwal, thank you for that advice. That advice is well taken.
Kindly ask both of them to write under the BJP and our party. And don't be so-called political analysts and authors who represent a party, and then you be untruthful to people.
एक minute. Okay. No, they are not being untruthful. If you heard the introduction part, अरे सुनिए.
So right there, author supported by BJP,
the entire,
Manish Sisodia, political analysis
if you heard the introductions,
write that.
If you heard the, I don't want to argue with you, but if you heard the introduction, it was very clearly, there was a clear, please don't tell us what to do, there was a clear caveat. We know what to do, sir, and we know what not to do. We try to be responsible. You don't have to put this on me. But okay, Karan wants to come in here.
Supported by BJP.
But what's your problem? What's your problem?
I gave him complete...
Okay, Karan, go ahead.
Now, I would expect the same courtesy from Mr. Mudit, and allow me to speak, please. Mr. Mudit की जो पूरी बात थी, I got reminded of a शेर. ता उमर यही गलती करता रहा, भूल चेहरे पे थी, आईना साफ करता रहा. इन्होंने मीडिया को भी ब्लेम कर दिया, इन्होंने ऑथर क्यों लिखते हैं, उसको भी ब्लेम कर दिया, अपने में नहीं देखा. इन्होंने अपने में नहीं देखा. Now please have the guts, have the decency to hear me out.
One point you don't agree with. No. Tell me the point you don't agree with.
I am telling you. Listen.
Tell me the point you agree with.
Listen.
Please reply.
You could not. You have not been able to.
I'm listening.
You have not been able to. Now will you please keep quiet? You have not been able to run the states that you were given power in, and you imploded from within. Whether it was Punjab, where your factions were warring at each other, whether it is Rajasthan, you have been a failed political party who is reduced to political officer margins today. You are rejected by the people of this country. You are the party that silenced. Now look at him. Now look at him.
Talking
the
about,
party that imposed.
we are talking about the MCD elections in Delhi.
That imposed emergency.
We are not talking about Karnataka.
Democracy. Can you imagine? And I only talked about issues. I talked about the parks. I talked about what they did to contain dengue and chikungunya. I talked about issues.
Come on, man.
He
Don't
did
be a
not
BJP
have
stooge.
a single point.
At least be
he
independent.
He did not have a single
If you
point.
right, you are independent.
Gentlemen,
listen, I don't need to prove my independence to you. I don't support BJP on every issue.
Of course you have
but
to.
in Delhi,
you
I
have
am
to support
supporting
the
them
people.
because
Why
they've
you
done
writing
good
an
work.
author?
No, gentlemen, it's not nice to make this personal. Listen, it's not nice to make this personal. Please, gentlemen, don't make this personal. Okay, I'm wrapping this chat here. I'm wrapping this chat here. We leave it there. Thank you very much, Parvinder ji. Thank you very much, Mudit and Mr. Aggarwal. Thank you very much. This went well, at least till the first 25 minutes, and after that we know what happened. But we leave it there for the moment. Thank you very much.